Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome, everyone, to our 8th grade ceremony. This is always an incredibly exciting time of the year. We're going to start off with, if you would rise for the Star Spangled Banner, with Anna Dalmagella accompanying us on trumpet. Thank you, Anna. So again, this is a very exciting time where we recognize the 8th grade's 3-year journey through the Adams Middle School. During the ceremony, there'll be a series of awards and recognitions. We do ask that you hold your applause until that speaker. So if I'm Mrs. Conahan and I'm giving out two awards till she announces her 2 people, and then we'll give applause. So for each speaker. But before we begin some of the recognitions, I just want to talk a little bit about this 8th grade group. Each year at the end of 7th grade and the beginning of 8th grade, I typically talk to that group that's going out of 7th grade and going into 8th grade about how important it is for them to lead the school. As the students, you set the tone for the school, and 8th graders in particular set the tone for the entire school. And I think this year we had an exceptional year as far as community, people working together, people treating each other with kindness and caring, collaborating both academically but also artistically and athletically. And the reason that happened was because of great leadership by the 8th grade group and setting a positive tone for the entire school. So I thank you for that. That positive tone, again, you could see it in classrooms. Both students working together in collaborative fashion, more so using technologies this year as we kind of weathered our beginning of a one-to-one program under the leadership of teachers and students. But also, I think a couple of events that were indicative of this type of collaboration and hard work and giving back were the Community Service Day. The kids throughout the community were digging in, working hard, and doing it with a smile, really feeling that it was their privilege to give back to the community, which, certainly as teachers and principals, that's, what we want to see in our kids, and the kids exemplified it greatly. I also got a random call. I returned from April vacation and got this random voicemail. And it was a woman, I don't know where she's from, someplace in the U.S., who had bumped into a series of kids down in D.C. And she just wanted to call, because these kids went out of their way, totally on their own, to help her carry a bunch of bags that she had. And she saw one of the kids had a Holliston shirt on, and she called up and left a random message saying, some of these Holliston 8th graders came by and helped me just for no reason whatsoever, and how much she appreciated it. And I think that's kind of indicative of what students in this class are willing to do. We have intelligent, academically talented kids. We have kids who are willing to work hard. We have athletically, musically, artistically talented kids. But most importantly, we have kind of very good, decent people. And I've mentioned that before. I think the greatest compliment that you can get is about the decency that you show towards one another. And I think this is something that this group has done exceptionally well. And again, why the tone for the school is so positive. And we thank you for that. The combination of talent, hard work, kindness, and caring, as you continue to work hard and exhibit those, will serve you well as you move into the high school. So I congratulate you for your work over these last 3 years. I thank you for your service to the school as students and contributors, and I wish you the best of luck. So to the 8th graders. At this point, we'll start some of our recognitions with Mrs. Conahan will come up to begin.
Good morning. My name is Mrs. Conahan, and I'm the 8th grade English teacher for Team 1. This year, we are continuing a Robert Adams Middle School tradition by having 3 8th grade students read a passing of the torch speech to the assembled staff and students. As you know from the Olympics, the torch is passed from one runner to another in a relay race. Similarly, the students seated before you today are metaphorically passing the torch to you, the 6th and 7th graders, who will return to the middle school in the fall. All 8th grade students were assigned to write a short paper reflecting on their past 3 years here and offer advice to you, the underclassmen, who will follow their footsteps and take their places in the future. English teachers narrowed the papers down to a group of semi-finalists, and then all team teachers met to select the winning entry to represent their team. We will hear from those 3 winners today. Our first passing the torch speech, representing the team 1, is titled, "Are You Prepared for the Challenge?" written by Scott Elliott.
Do you have your homework? I shake my head. You don't have it? How are you so unprepared? This is like the 4th day in a row. First, you were 1 minute late to class, and now you don't have your homework. Guess you'll be spending lunch with me today. Do you get your test signed at least? I study the streak of dirt on my shoes and shake my head once again. I don't know what to do with you. You have to get your head on straight. I used to believe teachers expected too much from us. I used to think it was unfair to be put under that much pressure at such a young age. I used to think teachers attempted to pound work ethics into each and every one of us. And I used to wonder why teachers were so hard on a bunch of innocent kids who don't want to be stuck sitting in stuffy classrooms. My mother would tell me, don't add gas to a fire. Now I see that teachers don't annoy us because they think it's amusing. They do it to help us, to prepare us for what's ahead. Being as prepared as you can will only help you in life. You perform badly when you are not prepared, whether it's in the classroom, on the field, or even in the big bad world. I didn't truly wrap my head around the importance of being prepared until a couple of months ago. In February, I competed in a showcase for the best football players in the Northeast. The prize was a profile page on the most widely known recruiting website in the country. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted that profile bad, like really bad. This is my future, football is my passion, and it's what's gonna help me attend college. And foolishly, I thought I was the best football player in the state, maybe even in the Northeast. So instead of going to the gym and working out for the opportunity of a lifetime, I sat on my lazy butt for 2 whole months, dreaming about how I would dominate my competitors. When I showed up to the field on that chilly winter day, I felt invincible, like the big fish in a little pond. After stretching, the evaluator split us up randomly to be tested on speed and agility. I lined up for the 40-yard dash. Now, let's just get it out there. I'm not the fastest person in the world, but my time didn't reflect my intentions of wowing the field of competitors that day, but it did reflect my training and how I wasn't prepared for anything that came my way. For example, the push-up test. The evaluator started counting out loud how many push-ups I was beating out of me, and then he stopped. I didn't know if our 30 seconds was done yet, so I just kept going. He wasn't saying one thing until, okay, you're done. I won't announce my score to any of you to save myself the embarrassment, but let's just say my numbers weren't up to par that day. As the day went on, I was barely passing the drills, just getting by. As my dad and I were leaving the facility that day, I was enraged with my less than stellar performance. My dad kept telling me to enjoy the moment, and it was a great experience. I gave him a quick nod because I was worried I would throw up after my trashy performance. All I could think of was that I just embarrassed myself in front of a bunch of talented athletes and coaches. I didn't know what lied ahead of me, but I had a gut feeling that this combine was my dream killer. Anyway, after the showcase, I began searching on the recruiting website for my name to see if I was selected. About 2 weeks after my poor performance, I looked up the recruits for 2019 and found the players from the Northeast who caught the attention of the evaluators. My dream of playing college football was over, and I was crushed. My name was mentioned in the article about how I performed well in the one-on-ones, but I didn't have a profile like I had hoped for. My dad, on the other hand, was ecstatic for me. He thought that getting my name mentioned in the article was great. I put on a fake smile and yesed him like usual, but deep down, I was truly crushed. My heart sank down to my stomach, and a golf ball formed in my throat. My eyes reddened from the tears I fought back. I wanted that profile so badly, it consumed me for months. As I lay in bed that night feeling sorry for myself, I realized that I shouldn't be sad. The only person I can blame this on is me. I wasn't prepared one bit. I didn't deserve the recruiting profile because I didn't do anything to achieve it. All I did was dream. Dream about how fast I might run, dream about how many kids I'll knock to the ground, dream about how impressed the evaluators will be with my performance. I dreamt for 2 whole months without preparing or taking action to achieve any of my dreams. Since the night of my realization, I've sworn to myself that nobody will work as hard as me. Nobody will be better than me. Nobody will want to exceed as badly as I want to. I look at that recruiting website every day to put more fire into my stomach. If that showcase were today, I would make a splash. I would achieve my goals because I am prepared to do great things. I guarantee you that. To this day, I've never told a soul how I felt about not getting a profile, but I'm done feeling sorry for myself because I know I'm ready for whatever lies in my path, and my training reflects that. The effort I put in today is well above par. Now, that moment is translated into the classroom as well. The effort I put forth on homework assignments, tests, and projects is much greater because I'm prepared to do well. The way I prepare for tests has changed the most. I've started studying multiple days before the test, and that's been the difference between the A and the B. Now, the bottom line is this. Running a few extra sprints after practice or staying after to get extra help is important. Being prompt and prepared for your classes is important as well. But teachers can only teach you so much, and coaches can only coach you so much. You need to take matters into your own hands and be prepared because it makes life a whole lot easier. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. On behalf of the MSPG, I would like to present you with this American Express gift card for $50, and thank you for your inspiration. I I would like to now invite the 8th grade math and science teachers to the podium to announce their subject awards. To the audience, we ask that you hold your applause until each teacher has finished announcing his or her awards for each subject. And to our students, when your name is called, please stand and walk to the podium to receive your certificate. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alicia Multer, and I am the Grade 8 Math Team 1 teacher. My first award goes to the person or the student for Certificate of Recognition of Academic Excellence in Math, and it's Emmeline Chang. The second recipient for Certificate of Recognition of Academic Excellence in Math goes to Kate Guccione.
My name is Lori Kizik. I am also an 8th grade math teacher. For Certificate of Recognition of Academic Excellence in Mathematics, I nominate Harsh Chudari. My second award for academic excellence in mathematics is Audrey Gibbons.
Hi, I'm Kathy Simpson. I teach 8th grade math and 8th grade science. I'm first going to present my math recognitions for the Certificate of Recognition of Academic Excellence in Mathematics. The first award is going to go to Julia Kizik. The Certificate of Recognition of Academic Excellence in Mathematics is going to be presented to Margaret Young. Now I'll change hats to science teacher, and I'm going to present a Certificate of Recognition of Academic Excellence in Science, and this first certificate is going to Grace Longy. And a Certificate of Recognition of Academic Excellence in Science is going to be presented to Lauren Sally.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Catone. I teach 8th grade science. In recognition of academic excellence in IPS, this recipient demonstrates consistent high achievement, attention to detail, and commitment to learning. This award goes to Katie North. In recognition of academic excellence in general science, this recipient shows an inquisitive nature, is a conscientious student, and is a ray of sunshine every day. This award goes to Lindsay Hecker.
Hi, my name is David Zakshevsky. I'm the 8th grade science teacher as well. I also have 2 awards to give for science. My first one being academic excellence in IPS, And that goes to the student who has earned the first A+ in my 14 years of teaching this class, and that would be Hannah Magoon. And for academic excellence in my general science class, this award goes to Nina Giulianini.
I now ask the arts teachers to come to deliver their awards.
The first award is on behalf of Miss Bilodeau, the jazz band director, for excellence in jazz, and that is going to Anna Damagella. Now on to concert band. For excellence in concert band, the first recipient is William Flanagan. The second recipient for concert band is Nathan Rutberg. The third recipient for concert band excellence is Julia Gustikizik. And I am missing a paper. I will find it, but the fourth recipient is Sarah Quinnen. For excellence in chorus, the first recipient is Maddie Cerulli. Second award goes to Holly Aronian. And last but not least, Lindsay Hecker.
Good morning, I'm Mrs. Hebert, the art teacher, and I'd like to recognize some outstanding artists. First, I'd like to recognize Madison Foster. I'd also like to recognize Eva Porter. Kelly Jocelyn. Ryder Camolo. Sam Durfee. And finally, Josh Cohen. I'm also going to stand in for Miss Roy today and give some Tech Ed awards. The first award goes to Daniel Campbell. Next is Harsh Shudhare. Hannah Magoon. And finally, Elise Miller.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brandon Quast in the Wellness Department. I'll be handing out the Academic Excellence in Wellness for my class. I do ask that you hold your applause till the end because I got quite a few students. Please. All right, here we go. Ian Davis. Ryder Camolo. Ryder Camolo, come on up. Sarah O'Neill. Nina Giulianini. And then we have three left. Joseph Whalen. And we have Stephen Chen. And Aiden Kokur. Let's give them all a hand. Thank you.
My name's Amy Green, and I'm also in the Wellness Department. I'll be handing out 4 awards as well, so if you want to just hold your applause till the end, that way you can get through them. My first award goes to Marianne Trudeau, Carrie Verbeek, Scott Elliott, and William Flanagan.
Hello, my name's Francine Boucher, and I teach wellness as well, and I'll be handing out my 4 awards. jointly as well. Elise Miller, Holly Aronian, Alex Cordova, and Emily Howland. Next up will be Mr. Zinger with the Team 2.
As she said, I'm Mr. Zinger, the English teacher for Team 2, and I will introduce our torch speech winner, and it is Julia Justy-Kizik.
$525,600 minutes. 365 days, 1 year. No matter how many ways you say it, it all means the same thing. But what is that thing? You could count a year in hours, in minutes, even in seconds if you're really optimistic. But I counted the year, and all of the years, in moments. Moments both good and bad, and weaved them into a collage of memories. Middle school is filled with firsts, lasts, and forevers. Your first locker, first bad grade, first click, your last single file line, last WP or AP on a report card, last picture book. It's the time in which you gain character that will stay with you forever. The time in which you find your forever friend that is always there for you. The time in which you gain memories, forever memories that you will keep with you always. Coming into middle school, I remember being dished out platters after platters of firsts. My first team, first flex, first dress code. These are also your lasts. Your last team, last flex, last dress code. In these 3 years, these things are learned, lived, and left. That's what makes these 3 years so unique. The fact that there's no other time in one's lifetime that has these qualities. However, the thing you remember most about middle school is its forevers. In a few years, you may recall the awful team you were on or the time so-and-so broke the dress code. But chances are that those won't be the things you carry on into your life, but the things you gain that leave an imprint on yourself. You may not remember the time you and your friend toppled over onto the ground laughing in class, but you will remember who that friend was. You may not remember the majority of your journey in middle school, but you will remember what you took away from it, the responsibility, the honesty, the maturity. And it is in these forevers, these memories, that you will inevitably carry out into your life. For instance, my whole life, when I was a little kid being teased or just upset at the way others were treating me, my parents have always told me, don't worry about what others think, or if you don't react, they'll stop. At the time, I didn't believe them. I told myself that that's not true, because if I don't react, they'll just keep on going, thinking that I deemed it okay. But what I assumed they meant was not that they'll stop, but what the people are doing will stop affecting me. Sure, you can flash the people a quick fake smile to show them it doesn't bother you, or you can decide it doesn't bother you. Rather, stop letting it bother you. Just forget it. Move on. Because in the scheme of things, this one little nagging tease won't affect your success. In fact, it will motivate you to learn how to determine your life, versus allowing others to choose it for you, which is a power you can't gain by a magical wand or by pixie dust, but from a more powerful source, yourself. The biggest question anyone would ask me about middle school would be, what have you learned? What have I learned? Besides who Isaac Newton was, or the quadratic formula, or how, somehow, a garbage can is a symbol of beginning, I've learned that even in the most stressful times, in times of adversity, in times of indescribable pain, you can turn it into something wonderful, as long as you have the capability to have a good attitude and a ready smile. I've learned that you shouldn't sweat the small stuff. As one said, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Because chances are you're going to come across many things you don't like. But in the end, you're the one that decides how it affects you, how you're going to let it affect you. Because it matters not how many moments you have, nor what those moments are, but what you do with them that counts in the end. Thank you, middle school, for not only teaching me that, but giving me the building blocks of character to be able to cross my next bridge of adventure. May we each cross it safely.
On behalf of the middle school parents group, I'd like to present you this gift card as a token of their appreciation. So I'll stay and present the English awards for Team 2. I will call up two students at the same time. And this is for all-around excellence throughout the school year in all areas of English. And they are Will Flanagan and Elise Miller. And now back to Ms. Conahan.
Hello again. I'd like to announce the English Awards for Team 1, and they are Seamus Frawley and Sarah Quinnen. Mr. Kraft.
Good morning. I am Mr. Kraft from Team 3, and I will be presenting both English and Social Studies Awards. The Team 3 English Award goes to 2 students who have proven adept at writing in many genres. They are also both strong independent readers and demonstrated their talents in speaking and listening activities, such as Socratic seminars and classroom debate. Congratulations go out to Eva Porter and Alexis Murphy. For social studies, I have 3 awards. I couldn't narrow it down to 2, so I didn't. Like English, social studies demands sound reading and writing skills, the ability to determine importance and infer, and a talent for making connections and understanding causes and effects. These students also showed strengths in our year-long studies of current events and the strong parallels that exist between the past and the present. Join me in congratulating Riley Clyde, Maddie Foster, and Henry Lero.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Simino, social studies teacher on Team 1. I have 2 awards here for excellence in social studies, and they go to Marianne Trudeau and Sarah O'Neill.
Good morning. I'm Mrs. Rice. I teach social studies on Team 2, and I also have 2 awards for recognition of academic excellence in social studies. And these awards go to Charlotte Getchell and Abba Adavale.
I now ask the foreign language teachers to please come up to the podium to deliver your awards.
Hi, I'm Miss Oster. The World Language Awards are given for excellence and achievement over all 3 years of middle school in all areas of world language, reading, writing, listening, and speaking, as well as a demonstration of curiosity about and passion for the culture and history of the language and the people who speak it. The French Immersion Awards go to Elise Miller and Nina Giulianini.
Hola, yo soy señorita Jovanician y tenemos señora Beltrán y señor Whalen. And we're going to present this year the awards for Spanish. Este año tenemos 6 estudiantes que van a recibir los certificados de excelencia. And they are Jonathan Pessin, Catherine North, Brooke Jeffrey, Elizabeth Kantrowitz, Alex Cordova, and Sarah O'Neill.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Madame Petinicchio, je suis le professeur de français. I am pleased to announce the two recipients for this year's award for academic excellence in French 1. I am pleased to give the award to Abba Adwal and Julia Justi Kizik. Bravo, félicitations. The foreign language want to wish all you good luck at the high school. Great success. Congratulations. I pass the podium to Team 3, Monsieur Kraft.
For Team 3's passing the torch speech, Eva Porter will come up and read a speech called Overthinking the Middle Years. Eva?
I don't want to give you a series of tragic stories about my life. This is because A, I'm guessing that most of you don't really care, and B, I don't have that many tragedies. And believe me when I say, I know how you're feeling right now. Last year, and the year before, I was sitting where all of you are now, sweating out of my skin on student-stuffed bleachers, only half listening to what the speakers were saying, because it was cliche, or just because I wanted to get out of here. But the thing is, I really want you to listen to what I'm telling you. Because believe it or not, you may have had the same problems and experience that I've had in the upcoming past years of your life here. So please, for the next couple of minutes, just lend me your attention. So, middle school. Some say it's the best 3 years of their lives, others say it's the worst. But I think that we can all agree on the one simple fact that we've all had our ups and downs in this place. Whether it's drama, grades, sports, yourself, it's inevitable, to put it lightly, to have some sort of complication. I don't want this speech to be all the things you've heard your whole life. You will get through it, believe in yourself, be yourself. They make it sound so easy to do these tasks. You will get through it. Sometimes it seems like one never will. Believe in yourself. It's not easy when there are insignificant others putting you down. And be yourself. It's a classic, and it's the hardest. There are so many in this place that try and conform to be like the rest. It's human nature to want to do the same. That's what I did. In 6th grade, I bought fake Uggs in a thrift shop in North Face. I even tried wearing eye makeup, which didn't go so well with my inch-thick glasses that soon had black streaks blocking my vision. My point is that for some, like me, being like the rest is kind of boring. Now, this is just my opinion. Many of you guys are fantastic conformists. But I got out of it. I realized it didn't matter if I was different. As we grow up, people start to care less about the way we look and act. I'm not kidding. I mean, sure, some still care, but it's easier to ignore them when they have less power. And as you go through your life, if you really want to be yourself, you come to realize that you just don't care what anyone else thinks. You don't want to regret what you didn't do, who you didn't become. If you want to wear insane printed leggings to school, do it. If you want to listen to a different kind of music, do it. If you want to hang out with different people, do it. In middle school, it's funny how seriously everybody takes things. Like, no offense to those who say this, but I find myself laughing when I hear people saying, ew, she listens to rock, that's so weird, or, oh my god, she switched lunch tables? I mean, really, who cares what a person listens to? Why does it matter if they switch lunch tables? It's a lunch table, not a life decision. It's actually pretty hilarious that lunch tables are like the things that define friend groups in these 3 years. There's obviously the stereotypical tables, where everyone thinks being in a certain spot defines who they are. My friends, most of them are like amazing athletes and drama stars, and I can barely run the mile or memorize 3 lines. Guys, don't overthink it. Sit where you like, it's not a big deal. Oh, and don't forget when somebody leaves a table. That's a huge deal. It's silly, but it's true. And I'll be honest with you, I've had various friends I've known my whole life drift away from the original table off to a new one. And yeah, at the time my feelings were hurt, and I was sad because we didn't hang out as often afterwards. But who's to say that we weren't friends anymore? We just didn't talk as much. Here, we think that if you switch tables, you are out of our lives forever. You're so wrong. Just get up and talk to them. Odds are they wanted to talk to you just as much as you did to them. As much as social life matters, what about the main purpose of school? Learning. Ugh, I know, right? But, like it or not, it's a necessity of going to this place. Oh, here's another cliche or two I just remembered. Don't procrastinate. Get good grades and you'll automatically get a good future. Huh, let's be honest. We all procrastinate once in a while. And on those rare occasions when your work actually turns out good, it's a miracle. But often it doesn't, and you get a grade that you have to throw away before your parents can see it. But if you want a grade that you don't want to hide, don't procrastinate. It's extremely corny, but it's true. One that is not true, however, is that if you get good grades in here, you'll automatically get a good future. There's a grain of truth in every lie, and in this one, I guess if you get good grades, you'll get into better courses in high school, therefore leading to a good college. But if you get a couple of bad grades, don't sweat it. I mean, obviously don't get perennial bad grades, because that would certainly affect your future. But two of my teachers this year, punny Mr. Kraft and insanely brilliant Mrs. Malter, have taught me that grades alone don't define you. They are pieces of paper with information that have been stuffed into your brain like Build-A-Bear fuzz with a letter on it. Some of the most great-minded people have struggled with math, or any subject really. Mrs. Malter will vouch for that. But almost all of them have gotten through it, pushed their boundaries, and gotten so far. Yeah, try your best as always. But don't try so hard that you hurt yourself. This is middle school. It's a time to grow, not get pulled back. My sister, soon to be senior, told me something the other day as I was revising this thing. She told me that in high school, people get a wake-up call. You realize that the status that some of us are striving for means little to nothing there. We start to think more about ourselves and not what others think about us. So my advice to you is to just stop and take a second to think about yourself. Pretend like the people in the hallway have disappeared. The lunch table caste system is gone. Because that's how you should always think. That's how I've just started to. Most of you probably haven't. I didn't until just this year. But I want to give you a head start, and I would advise you to take it. I have to tell you the truth. I'm so ready to move on to high school. I'm going to be relieved when I walk out of these doors. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to be nostalgic. I'll miss Mr. Kraft's jokes, Mrs. Malter's loud, motivating voice, Mr. Perry's push, Mrs. Bailey's advice. I'll miss most of the memories. But I'm going to be out of here soon, making new ones. And I wanted to help you make your own, good ones. I'm leaving middle school. We're leaving middle school. Soon, so will you. When the time comes, you might be relieved, you might be sad, you may have had the worst time or the best. Either way, I want you to know, these 3 years go by fast. You'll be where we're sitting in no time. This isn't just about school and grades, guys. It's more than that. Even I don't know what it is. Maybe one day one of you will figure it out. But the teacher said that this was supposed to be organized. Have main theme, make it chronological, have metaphors, anaphoras, parallel structure. Make it memorable. Maybe I did some of these things. Maybe I didn't. But I didn't write this for a teacher. I wrote this for you. I want you to take what I've told you and remember it. Like I said before, don't overthink this place. This is only 3 incredibly fast-moving years of the rest of your life. Don't overthink them. You might miss something if you do.
Thank you, Eva. On behalf of the Parent Teachers Association, I'd like to present you with this gift certificate from Amazon. Congratulations.
Can I have Team 1 teachers please come up to the podium?
First, we'd like to thank the numerous teachers and staff who have helped support our students this year. Ms. Marath, Mr. McKay, Ms. Garabedian, Mrs. Guyman, Mrs. Bedrosian, Ms. Sheridan, Ms. Vondras, Mrs. Power, Mrs. Lucier, and of course, Mrs. Gavin. Thank you for being a part of our team. We'd also like to recognize all of the students of Team 1. It has been a true pleasure having all of you in our classes this year. Through all of the hard work and stressful moments that make middle school, you've kept smiles on your faces and on ours. Your warmth, friendliness, and senses of humor have made the year fun and filled with laughter. You've worked hard, you've grown so much, and you are ready to take on this next chapter in your lives. We are so proud of you and will always be cheering for you. We wish you all the best in high school and beyond. Thank you so much for a great year. The Team 1 teachers would like to recognize 3 students for 2 awards. The first award is the Citizenship Award. This person is being recognized for their outstanding effort and inclusiveness of all of their peers, as well as offering a positive contribution to the team, to the school, through leadership, confident attitude, and kindness. This recipient is Lindsay Hecker. The next award is called the Distinguished Student Award. It recognizes outstanding academic achievement in all 4 areas: English, math, science, and social studies. This award goes to Alex Cordova and Maddie Cerulli. And now for the Team 2 awards.
Good morning again. I'd like to introduce our Team 2 teachers. My name is Mrs. Rice. We have Mr. Zinger, Mrs. Frudiger-Ness, Ms. Kizik, Mr. Zach, Mrs. Wysocki, and Mr. Kelly. We would also like to recognize our wonderful students of Team 2. Congratulations on reaching this big milestone. It's been a fun and enjoyable journey with you this year, and we are so proud of you, and we wish you the best in your years in high school and wherever your future takes you. We would like to also now announce our Team Excellence Awards. We have 2 students who will be receiving our Citizenship Award on Team 2 in recognition of outstanding effort and inclusiveness of all your peers, as well as offering a positive contribution to the team in the school through your leadership, confident attitude, and kindness. And these 2 awards go to Chloe Sweet and Allie Edwards. And now receiving the Robert Adams Middle School Distinguished Student Award for Team 2 in recognition of outstanding effort, achievement, and contribution in English language arts, math, science, and social studies, as well as adding a really positive contribution to our school community, goes to Elizabeth Kantrowitz. Again, congratulations to our award recipients and to our entire team of students. Best wishes to you all. We would now like to pass our microphone to Team 3, who will present their awards.
Before I give out the Team 3 Citizenship Award and Distinguished Student Award, a few thanks are in order. Mrs. Simpson and I would like to express our appreciation to the many professionals who lent their services, both to us and to our students over the course of the school year. Our thanks go out to Mrs. Bedrosian, Ms. Sheridan earlier this year, Mrs. Guyman, Ms. Vondras, Mrs. Arger, and Mrs. Laracy. Thank you. We give our thanks to each of you for your support and for the encouragement and guidance you provided our students all year. Finally, I'd like to thank this group of students who are sitting behind me to the right, Team 3. They had to tolerate me 2 times a day for 180 days. That alone deserves an award. In all seriousness, I expect this group will do especially well in high school because they understand that you can have fun and learn at the same time. You just have to bring a positive attitude and make yourself part of the daily process. And that they did. They participated. They engaged. On the one hand, they began to build on each other's ideas and collaborate effectively. And on the other, they began to challenge, question, and doubt on occasion, not only each other in debate, but some of the material they read from the internet, from newspapers, and yes, even at times from the text. All good life skills to take into future classrooms and workplaces. All skills needed to become good citizens of the world. Team 3, I wish you all good luck, and I thank you for the good chemistry you created and maintained throughout the year. All in all, it was a job well done. Thank you. The first award is the Citizenship Award. In recognition of outstanding effort, achievement, and contribution in all academic classes, as well as adding a positive contribution to the team and the school through leadership, confident attitude, and kindness. Congratulations go out to Anna Damigella. And our Distinguished Student Award, in recognition for outstanding effort, achievement, and contribution in all 4 academic areas, as well as adding a positive contribution to our school community. This award goes to Lauren Sally. Now I'd like to call Maddie Foster up for a few special words.
On behalf of the class of 2019, I would like to thank our guidance counselor, Mrs. Gavin, for all she has done for us over the past 3 years. Mrs. Gavin was here to greet us on our first day of school as 6th graders, a day we will all remember because we were just as nervous as we were excited. Since then, she has been with us every step of the way, offering help when we needed it, whether it was a scheduling problem, a course change, or just advice. In every sense of the words, Mrs. Gavin has both guided us and counseled us, and for that we are truly grateful. Thank you, Mrs. Gavin, and good luck with next year's 6th graders.
Next on our agenda, we start with the President's List Awards. The President's List recognizes students for their outstanding academic achievement. In addition to certificates, students will receive a letter from President Barack Obama. There are gold certificate awards. Those students have maintained at least a 90 average for the entire school year, and silver certificates, which are recognized students for outstanding academic efforts and improvements and as being role models for their peers. And so I ask you to hold, there's a bunch of students with this award, so I ask you to hold your applause till all of these President's List awards are given out. The first, Abba Athawali, Isabel Beck, Hannah Bilger, Haley Carey, Maddie Cerulli, Harsh Chudari, Emily Clapper, Riley Clyde, Alexandra Colburn, Alex Cordova, Sabrina Cunha, William Flanagan, Madison Foster, Charlotte Getchell, Nina Giulianini, Julia Justi-Kizik. Elizabeth Kandrowitz. Laura Keene. Grace Coker. Aiden Krantz. Henry Lero. Hannah Magoon. Tully Mahoney. Grace Longy. Elizabeth Mackey. Erin Marcheski. Elise Miller. Shamita Nukala. Catherine North. Sarah O'Neill. Juliana Populus. Sarah Quinnen. Gabriela Ramirez Brodeur. Jason Rivera. Lauren Sally. Jesse Shen. Rebecca Stevens. Marianne Trudeau. Kerry Verbeek. Margaret Young. And Dana Zapolin. Congratulations on your achievement and efforts this year. All right, congratulations. All right, congratulations. And audience, thank you for doing a great job, audience. Our next award is the principal's list. These students are being recognized because they have demonstrated outstanding academic achievement. They have maintained straight A's for the entire year in all subjects. Again, I ask you to hold your applause till I read these names, but the principal list award goes to the following students: Abba Athawali, Haley Carey, Maddie Cerulli, Harsh Chudari, Riley Clyde, William Flanagan, Nina Giulianini, Julia Justi-Kizik, Elise Miller, Catherine North, and Sarah Quinnen. Congratulations to you all.
And now our award for an individual who has had perfect attendance for the entire duration that they've been at Adams Middle School. This award goes to, and plaque goes to, Hannah Bilger.
Congratulations, Hannah. The next award is the Scholastic Award for the highest academic achievement. This award goes to the student with the highest academic average in grade 8. This student's superior efforts, thoughtfulness, and overall superior achievement have earned her this award. In addition to a certificate of recognition, the student will receive a plaque in recognition of this honor, and her name will be added to the Scholastic Award plaque hanging in our lobby. The highest academic award goes to Abba Athawali. Now, next, Mrs. O'Rourke and Mrs. Ditto Costuan are going to come up and present the Mary Troy Math Award.
Good morning. 10 years ago in 2005, our colleague, our teammate, and our friend, Mary Troy, lost her life to cancer. To say that Mary Troy was a teacher here would be an understatement. She was a presence at Rams. Some might even argue that she was a force. But what can be agreed upon is that Mary Troy embodied what it meant to work hard and to achieve. Yes, Mary fought hard against cancer and lost, but long before that, she was known for her booming voice, her over-the-top theatrics, and her whatever-it-takes attitude that drew kids to her classroom long after they had been a student in her room. Mary approached everything she did in her personal and professional life with 110%, and she expected the same from her students and from her fellow teachers. Mary spent 26 years here at Rams, inspiring her students to do their best, cheering on her athletes to win, and loudly reminding her younger teen teachers that what it meant to be a teacher at the Robert Adams Middle School. The teachers and the students who knew Mary feel that she is sorely missed every day. Those who remember her have their own personal memory of inspiration, as she left a profound impression on everyone in which she came in contact. Today, one of our students is recognized for their achievement in memory of Mary Troy.
Hi. The student chosen by the faculty to receive the Mary Troy Award represents all that Mary believed in and valued. The Mary Troy Award is given to someone who possesses a positive attitude about mathematics, but is not necessarily an honor student. It is given to someone who shows perseverance, a consistent effort to learn and progress in the study of mathematics. This year, the recipient is both responsible and shows a tremendous willingness to help others. And lastly, and in true Mary Troy style, this student displays a sense of humor and, of course, is loved by teachers, peers, and the whole Rams community. The recipient of the Mary Troy Award is Stephen Chan.
Congratulations, Stephen. This final award is the David P. McCobb Award. This award is named in honor of Dr. David P. McCobb. After graduating from Boston College, he provided exemplary service to the Holliston Public Schools in a number of ways. He was a teacher and assistant principal at Holliston High School and the first principal at the middle school. David P. McCobb then became assistant superintendent in Holliston and superintendent of Hopkins Public Schools, all before passing away suddenly at the age of 38. His leadership and service to our schools was extraordinary. This distinguished award in his memory goes to the student who demonstrates a serious attitude about school, commits exemplary time and effort to the school and community, and is a positive role model for all students by being cooperative, courteous, and respectful to all. First, I would like to recognize two of the three finalists for the McCobb Award. These two individuals exhibited all of the qualities of the McCobb Award, and we recognize them and congratulate them both for their exemplary citizenship. So I ask that these two students stand so we could recognize them with applause. The runner-ups are Lindsay Hecker and Maddie Cerulli. Congratulations to both of you. It's an honor, it really is, to recognize. It's a very important award. This year's winner of the David P. McCobb Award has contributed immensely to the Adams Middle School. She exemplifies citizenship, work ethic, and a determined focus on excelling academically each and every day. She has been led by example through her kindness and positive attitude. She is involved in countless ways, including Honors Jazz Band, SWAT, Green Team, Circle of Friends, Spirit Committee, the React Players, and the 8th grade Dance Committee. She also volunteers numerous hours at a local homeless shelter in order to support others in need. In addition to being an excellent and hardworking student, she is an exceptionally kind and caring person who is always accepting and helping others. For these reasons, it is with pleasure and pride that we recognize this year's David P. McCobb Award winner, and that goes to Julia Justi-Kizik. Congratulations to Julia. And I want to recognize another individual who shows this kind of caring quality. She's someone who, and I want to make sure we give a big round of applause for this person as she kind of comes up. She is the one who is here every day to make sure all of you get home safely. She is in the cafeteria with a kind face and watching out for you. And I want to recognize Gloria for her awesome contribution to our school. Happy birthday to Gloria. It's her birthday today. I then just want to also just kind of thank generally all of the teachers, paraprofessional staff members in the school who have made these guys' 8th grade, 7th grade, 6th grade experiences a great one. Your efforts and your kindness and your caring for kids is what makes our school great and allows for these 8th graders to shine. So thank you so much to all of our staff and teachers. At this point, we're going to recommend one particular staff member who welcomed many of you. Actually, I'm sure she welcomed all of you, but some of them formally in her classes back in 6th grade. She has been an incredible contributor to our school, both by her excellence in teaching, but also the way that she's always contributed as a leader and spokesperson for the school to make our school the very best place it can be. We will miss her in her retirement, but we know we will see her about Mrs. Martha Bailey.
My students know that I always get the last word. I am very grateful for this. Thank you very much. I always wanted to be Miss America, but I'm not tall enough and I don't look that good in a bathing suit. But it has been my great pleasure to be here for the last 13 years. I hold you all in my heart and wish you the very best of the next 13 years, which you will survive without me. Good luck and goodbye.
At this point in our ceremony, we ask all of the 8th graders to rise. Let us all recognize them for their great 3 years and wish them luck in the high school. Congratulations, 8th graders. Congratulations. I want to thank our audience for their great attendance and behavior during this hot day. That concludes our ceremony for today. So again, congratulations, 8th graders, and thank you.